Hey everyone, welcome back to Bear's Workshop. We are back for the Lucid Flyover live stream. This is our 97th Flyover, so glad to see you guys here. We're going to do a little bit of a roll call, see who's here, give everyone a couple minutes to get on, we'll take a look at the stock price, and we'll go straight to the video. So it's good to be back. Sorry I missed last week. Let's see, what do we got? We probably got like about 15 people on. Let me hear if there's any problems with the audio. Always need that little bit of help. Open to the road. What's up, Bear? iMelt says it sounds good. John Let's Go Lucid was here a little earlier, and he had tweeted out the link. Olivia's here. Hello, Olivia. All right, we got 19 people on now. Please don't forget to hit that like button when you get in. I would really appreciate it. So let's just take a quick look and head over to the stock price and see where we're at for today. Let's see here. Been a bit of a roller coaster today. Let me just click off and click back on so it fits better. There we go. Let's see. Opened up at 1754, got up to 1841, which made the morning look good. It got down as low as 1707. And we are now sitting at 1731. So I imagine you guys are probably buying more stock. Some of you are. Maybe not all of you. But I hope everyone's in a good position to be able to get some more. Let's see. Who else is here? Christonas, Michelle. Tyrell, roll on. Audio's good. Audio's good. Hello, everyone. Do you guys have big chance to survive if a recession is eventually coming? Do you guys believe? I think Lucid will survive. I think that they're in a good position right now. There's always going to be companies that are going to not survive. Now, as far as EVs go, I believe one of them is Canoe, is very short of money right now. They ended last quarter at around $100 million in cash. We talked about this yesterday on Fast Charging with B&B. So there's a possibility that they might have some problems. See, my head's cut off. Let's see if I can fix that a little bit. Yeah, there we go. I moved the zoom on the camera so that it wasn't showing all the shelves, just because my head was so small in the picture, and the shelving is not that exciting. So kind of fixed that up and still adjusting that. And by the way, we're in Arizona, and I tried going with no AC, but it's not happening. The AC is getting turned on. It's about 100 degrees outside or so. It's 96, but it's about the same right in my shop. In my office, which is a smaller office, needs to have that AC going. Olivia says, first Lucid Gray GT delivered in Texas yesterday. Now, was it a dark gray or was it a silver? Because there was a debate going yesterday on Twitter, on Monday. We had posted some pictures of two cars that appeared to be silver, and then there was a debate that maybe they were gray. When I look at it online and I look at the pictures of the gray and I look at the silver, it looks silver to me. So we can debate that when we get to that in a little bit and have more discussion on that. You know what? John did send me a DM, and I saw it when I was driving not too long ago, John McGuire, and he sent me some information, which we're going to go fetch that right now and see what John had to say, because I know I wanted to share that with you guys. All I got to do is find it, which means I got to switch through like 6 profiles. Let's see here. Give me a second, guys. We've got some breaking Lucid information from John, and we want to share that. Let's see here. All right. John has let me know about the additional purchase of land by Lucid Motors, and he sent me this last week. I'm going to bring this up for you guys and bring it over to that other screen. Just give me a moment to do that. I'm going to have to minimize this one to slide this over. Follow link. Let's see here. Where's that title? Lucid Motors buys 120 acres near existing manufacturing facility in Casa Grande. All right, that's not what we wanted to see. Let's see if we can get rid of that. All right, nope. We are behind a paywall. That's not going to work out. All right, well, all right. So let's forget about that. Paywalls. So the PBJ got this a bit wrong on further examination. The 80-acre piece is the area south of the factory that he had told me about last week. The 40-acre piece is east of Thornton, but nowhere near I-8. So Thornton is the road where the factory is on. This map from Lucid Insider is close, but it is both 40-acre square to the south and then a single 40-acre rectangle to the east. And okay, let me see if I can get that picture up for you guys. But that's a little rough. See if I could save that and then open it up. Nope. All right. Well, as expected, Messenger is killing my computer. Open image in new tab. Let's see if I can bring that over. All right. Let's see. And how do I make this bigger? There we go. All right. John says the 40-acre piece is east of Thornton, but no. Let's see. It is both 40 acres to the south and then a single 40-acre to the east. So if this is the 40 acres, well, let's see. This would more than likely would be the. I'm not sure which one's supposed to be the 40 acres. They both look like one's got to be bigger than the other because one's 80 and one's 40. Okay, so this is the 80. This is the 40. So the 40 acre is east of Thornton, which this is Thornton. And down to the south. So it's just a little further south. So it's right, looks like it's right across from the factory. Okay, so this is, they're going to be, I guess they're going to probably just keep trying to acquire land as best they can. All right. All right. So that is more land acquisitions by Lucid Motors. Let's see. Carl Randall's here. Hi, Bear. Thanks for all your updates on Lucid. Looking forward to receiving my order this year. And Jose says, hi, Bear. Is the expansion going to be near a railway? We have talked about that before, and it is going to not only be near a railway, but there will be a railway spur that goes onto the site. That is long-term plans. So definitely a yes on that. All right. So Olivia, say the guy said gray on the owner's forum. He posted pictures. He owns it. Okay. So he's saying it was a gray one, so I assume it was dark. Michael Mayer says, my only concern with Lucid is a lack of different models. By the way, I own 6,000 shares. Yeah, well, they do have one model, and that's why they're doing this expansion, so that they can have a second model, Gravity, and then plans for the future of the supposed $25,000 dollar car. And if you guys hear puppies in the background, it's your imagination, and it could be some of my puppies. We have some Piradoodle puppies, and they are inevitably going to bark at things. So if you hear that, I'm sorry about that. So thanks, iMelt, for pointing that out. John says they are all 40 acres, but it is both squares to the south, while the image only outlines one. Okay, I hope that clears up everything for everybody. They do look like the same size, just like flipped, just different shapes. Olivia says it's like a metal gray. All right, well then I think that gray is different than what we're going to see in today's video, because I think those are silver, and I bet most of you guys saw that on the previous video on Monday. So let's go take a look. We'll start that video up and we'll keep chatting. All right. So we started on the flyover on the south end, and the area in that picture was just south of here. The Thornton Road is just to the right of your screen, and this is the south end, so that's where the additional land area would be that they picked up. Lily May's here. Hi, everybody. This is the SDK building. You can see it's coming along very nicely. Almost looks like a completed building on the outside, almost, but we all know that it's not. There's a lot to do on the inside. And you can see how this is pretty much the shape of the building for this phase. So most of the roof structure is, the metal decking is nearly on. You can see we've got a little section up here that needs to be done. And they still have a lot of, obviously a lot of work on the inside, but they still have a lot of work to do on the roof with getting the rubber membrane down and the other layers of protection from the elements. But you can see that there's plenty of people working here. Right there, they are putting up another roof panel. That's what we caught in that. You can see a lot of the AC ductwork, or not the ductwork, but the outside ductwork is up there, where they're going to be going through the roof and making their holes. We can see we're down to 2 red cranes, and they're both in the storage area. Why the delay on setting HVACs? Well, you know what? I don't know the answer to that, but it is interesting that they got all those in very early. We're still probably looking at at least 40 of them there right now. They have to get things done before they go up. They have to get the bases or the frames, whatever they're called, set up on the roof. And I'm not sure what the delay is, but I have a feeling in the long run it's not going to matter, because they're still going to finish when they say they finish. But there's always logistical reasons for doing things in certain orders. Do I know if there's solar panels that will eventually go on the roof? I do not know that. I haven't heard anything about that. I'm still surprised that they haven't continued with the parking lot, but because based on the plans, the entire parking lot is supposed to be covered, but I didn't see anything on the roof about solar panels, though it is possible. I didn't go through the 160 pages of plans to check everything out. So it is possible. Maybe they'll do the reverse image and spell out Lucid on the roof. Sort of like Tesla did, obviously. But they'll just be called copycats, though it's still not a bad idea. All right, so this is the west side of that building right there. You can see there's some retention basins right about here. I don't have the plans out, but I don't know if those are supposed to be there forever, or if the next phases of the building are going to connect right there. But I don't think those are permanent. But just like I said, I'm just not sure. So we went ahead and we're panning back over. We're headed over towards Thornton Road. This area right here that you're looking at, this big dirt area, is going to be a large parking lot for freshly produced vehicles. And that is what that is set up for, like 1,000 or 1,500 car parking lot, plus there's space for car haulers to be in there to load up all the cars and take them to their new owners. Zooming in on the SDK building, you can see they've got the temporary staircase up there. We've got a guy working probably on trim work before they're ready to put in their windows, which I can only assume that they're windows, but you never know. Maybe they're just going to put in panels of a different color like Nikola did. But we'll see how that goes in the future. I'm sure we'll probably see windows. I was surprised to see panels being put in there at Nikola. Over there, you can see a couple doorways, more places for what still looks like windows. And there are windows right there. Look at that. Okay. Well, that answers that question. I didn't see that on the initial run through. So as you can see, as we're going through this building, we can see there's no concrete laid out here. There was in the SDK building. They got the perimeter grade beam is up, a temporary staircase right there to get up on the roof. And that's about how far they've made it with the wall panels, which is actually significantly far. They've gotten very far down this. And all that is the rubber membrane material up on the roof. That's going to be later rolled out. And that was good to see those windows there. Nice shot. I don't know if you guys were able to see that or not. But yes, it's going to be windows. We should go back there real quick just so that I can make sure you guys got that shot. Right there, right here. Those are the windows right there. Let's go ahead and keep running through that. That's Thornton Road right here. As you can see from the ground level, it would look like this building is nearly complete, because this is like the one section that's missing the walls. But they're moving right along on that, like we showed. And there's another angle in there. Still dirt over in that area. There's a door frame. Another temporary staircase. Saeed, when is this construction going to be complete? It's supposed to be done in Q1 of next year, 2023. So this is a massively large amount of space to be done in that time. So this is a lot of things going on here. A lot of things moving. A lot of sprockets have to mesh together to make this all happen, and they are making it happen. Looks like they hired a decent contractor to get this done. And hire my personal friend and someone who's given me lots of advice, but that's too bad. Okay, here we're taking another look at that is the tunnel. That is going to be the paint tunnel where cars are going to go back and forth. Actually, I'm not even sure if they're going back and forth, but they're using that tunnel to transport body and white cars over to the paint area. Or maybe it's the other way around. I think it's to the paint area. I don't know if they're coming back or not through that tunnel, but I know at least they're going over there in that direction. And that was just we had a nice view of the tunnel today, so we took it. And that goes all the way up. And when it reaches the end of the tunnel, it's going to be hanging a left turn, going down a couple 100 feet, then hang another right turn and go into this building right here. There's another one of those tunnels right here where cars actually move through that right there. And those are the AC units that we see over in the storage area that haven't been put up. Those are ones on the existing building, the AMP1 building. You can see all the windows over there, so I'm sure it's going to look just like that. And for a brief second, you guys may have seen the stamping building area that they have going on with the foundation construction. They are still working on that. There's a lot to do there, and they are still making progress on it. Got this empty parking lot still. I'm not sure why that got done so early, and then they stopped. I'm sure they had their reasons. But it was just interesting to see them start working on that, and then thought maybe they were going to go all the way down and just helps them with the dust mitigation, but also things can get torn up pretty bad and they don't want to have to redo it. This is a look over at the stamping building right here. This is the foundations that they're putting in for the stamping building. Even though this one looks a lot bigger than this one, they are both very decent size. It's just the angle that we're getting it at. But we've got another section over here. These have to be reinforced a lot because of what goes on above them. So there's a lot of extra work. And as we come down here, this is the body in white building number 2, and you can see the steel has been laid out. So that building is going up real soon. It's starting to go up. We're going to probably see steel maybe by next week. Right now they're just waiting for that concrete to cure, I believe. And then they will be raising up those beams. Gilda says, when you did this flyover, unfortunately, it didn't look like there were cars wrapped and ready to be shipped. Well, we're going to get over there in a moment. We really didn't get a good look at it yet. But there are some cars that were wrapped, ready to be shipped. I could easily say that these were the same cars that were wrapped and ready to be shipped on Monday. They're in the same area, but I did not do a comparison. I'll let you guys look and see if those appear to be the same cars. Very possible. So we'll just get over to that flyover. Well, get over there in a minute, and we will take a look. Nice blue skies in Arizona. And then back down. Hope you guys like that trick. All right, here we are panning over to the west. This is, I'm going to pause this for a second. This again is the body in white building that is got all the steel laid out. These are the concrete foundations that they're putting in for the stamping building. It gives you another angle. Like you could not see that in the previous shot. And getting a good close-up of the crane. And then we're panning over to the right. So this area we could not see at all in the previous picture from the angle that we're at. And that's why we get more than one angle. But you can see the amount of work that they have to do for this. And then as we keep panning over, you can see this area over here. And these are the caissons that they drilled, filled, drop rebar in, and then filled with concrete. And then they had to dig them out because they just needed this space. And here we go, are headed over to the cars. Okay, so there we see, what is that? About 12 cars that are wrapped and covered. Then there's a couple in the back, in the top left. And we're zooming in. I still have a hard time telling which cars are red, or, you know, the Zenith red. It looks like some of these are. It looks like some of them are, but it's just hard to tell with the sun angle. Some of the cars that all look black look a little bit different. Like there's a tiny different bit of shade. It's just very hard to see for whatever reason. Like to me, this car over here kind of looks red, but I'm not sure. But forget about that car. And let's look at this car. And this car. That car looks silver, not gray to me. We're going to bring it in. We'll zoom it in. Alright, so we've got this car right here and this car right here. It's hard to say for sure. Maybe these are different colors. No, I think they're the same. Just the way the light falls on it, very hard to see, but I don't think this is a gray car. I think this is a silver car. What do you guys think? I want to know what you guys think. Fight it out. Let me hear it in the comments. John says if I go back to the brown area, it's Let's go back for a second. Let's do that. Let's see if I could find that picture again. Just give me a second here. Let's do this. All right. John says, if you go back, the brown area is the land that they bought. I'm sorry, John. They're all brown. Okay. Go back to that. All right. Sorry. All right. I want to see the comments here. Same color. All right. I could go with that. Olivia says, yep, it's silver. The gray one was darker. Gray is definitely darker from I'm out. Go to the other row. Oh, come on, Deeps. Minson says, silver. Bottom left looks red. Yeah, it does. I agree with that. Even though we've got our watermark covering it. Here, I'm moving this. Okay. We got the watermark in the way. That one does look red. So does this one, though. Okay, Deep says, Rivian's old Mitsubishi building looks so much more impressive. This is so expensive to build. Yes, but it's purpose-built for these cars, which helps immensely. Every auto manufacturer is saying the same thing. It'd be great to have a factory that was built to make these types of cars. And just looking impressive doesn't mean that it is impressive, because Rivian is having just as much problems getting their vehicles out. Let's see. Olivia said, apparently Lucid is making a green car for the Saudi prince. Yeah, they're probably putting a $2,000 wrap job on it. Who knows? It doesn't seem like it would be that hard to do to change the colors. There are several manufacturers, like Ford and Chevy and Dodge. You can buy cars in custom colors, but you have to buy a certain amount. Like they will paint cars, like for the Forest Service, in certain colors of green. And if you're a business, you can't order custom colors. You just have to order a certain amount. Sometimes it's as low as 5. Sometimes it's a lot more. And Olivia said Rivian recalled 502 trucks. Is that all of them? No, just kidding. I didn't see the recall, but everyone's going to have recalls. I'm not knocking anybody for them. No, on the video on the east side of Thornton. All right, sorry, John. John says North of Brown, it's sold, but not to Lucid. Okay. All right, well, here we are coming around on the west side. We're over Tractor Supply, looking at the building from the west view. And you can see the construction employee parking lot is getting fuller and fuller all the time. Not to mention that you see that all these cars right here, these are all construction people right here. This is all construction people. There's a lot of people in there. We just don't have a real view of them. All right. Here's our look to the west and our look back. You can see all the construction employees. Getting busier and busier. I don't know where they're going to move all this stuff to when they do the next phase. They're going to have another staging area. But they'll do it. That's what they do. All right, so here's a nice zoom in from the west side. You can see they got more wall panels going up. And again, you don't see much in the way of concrete. This is the area where we have a second floor. There is not a lot of areas like that. There's some guys putting up some wall panels right over there. This is the CUP building, number 2, I believe. How many of the employees are driving Lucids? I don't know. I wish they would actually put them in the customer's hands before the employee hands. But hey. I guess that doesn't make you happy that the employees can't afford the Lucid Airs, but you could say that about any car manufacturer. You take their high end, if that's what you're trying to say. These are all the docks. You can see the outlines of all the docks that are going to be going over here. You can see they also have some more of the bases for the air conditioning units. I'm not sure if that is their final resting place. I think it could be, because it looked like they had like safety barriers around them, unless they're already built onto them. So we'll have to see how that goes in the future. We are headed back now, headed back north. If you guys got any questions about anything that you saw, or if you want to see it again, let me know so I can rewind. We're getting close to the end of the shot. We got a couple minutes left, and I'm sure we'll find something to look at. So you guys, so what's the general consensus? Are you guys buying more on this dip? Did you buy more last week? It's a horrible dip, but it was there. Anybody take that opportunity to pump up their volume? So Olivia, you're saying that they got recalled because of panel alignment? Wow, that is I didn't know that could actually be a recall. Darren said, should be interesting to see how they set the air handling units in the middle of the building. That is true. I think that you have to get a crane that can extend extremely far in order to do that. And those cranes obviously cost a bit. So they're going to get the cranes in there, and they're going to get them placed, and maybe that's why they placed some of the ones that they did already, because of the reach. And that's really the only reason that you have to put them out sooner. I mean, this area right here could have been done later, but like that one right there, that would have been a hard reach right there. So I know that some of these might have been done because of that. Not that one, but definitely that one would be a hard reach. But anything over here is going to, yeah, that's going to be real difficult looking at it like that. Darren, you are right. They could do the helicopter, but I don't know how heavy those units are. Those are very heavy units. And I know Nicola had to bring out a crane that could reach to get some of their units up on the Face Point 5. They brought in a different crane for that. Let's go back to that picture real quick. Yeah, that is going to be interesting to see how they get some of these units into like this area over here. I'm sure they have an idea of how they're doing it. It's not like they woke up today, saw this video, and said, "Oh crap, we didn't think about that." So we just have to wait and see. Maybe we'll be able to catch that in a flyover. Probably not. We haven't caught any of them getting lifted so far. Just bad timing on those things. And I wouldn't be surprised if they lift them real early in the day, because we're getting into summertime and the weather can get a little windy in the afternoon. So it's one of those things you need to have a lot of time to get those up. So John, let's go Lucid. Picture I saw from the roof, its owner's form looked pretty bad. You could put your hand in the gaps. It's got to be something we got to look for, because definitely want to see that. So you guys got any other questions? We're hitting about 35 minutes already. I don't know how this one, this 20-minute flyover video took 35 minutes. I know I was chatting a little bit before that. So we have our next video or our next live stream will be Monday from the Nicholas site. Then we'll be doing this live stream again next Wednesday. And then we'll have fast charging with B&B next Tuesday. So we're going to be pumping them out again. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, by the way, got to thank all the patrons. Appreciate all you guys on there. Every one of you that's been able to help out. Lucid Aero Super Bear, got to give you an extra shout out for that. Really appreciate the support. You guys have been great, but that doesn't mean if you haven't, you don't have to, and you don't have to, but we do appreciate it. So, lacking any other questions, and except for some talk about panel alignment, I'm going to leave the chat open if you guys got anything to say after. You have a couple minutes before that shuts down. And anything else, stick it in the comments at the bottom, and we can talk about it later. I want to thank everyone for watching, and we will see you next time. Thank you, guys. Bye.